Welcome to Common Sense Investing. My name is Cameron, and today I'm going to introduce you investors to one stock on the stock market in 10 minutes or less. Let's go. Total Telecom Inc., trading on the TSX Venture Exchange in Canada under the ticker TTZ.V, 26.42 million shares outstanding, 28.8% insider ownership, 0% institutional ownership, because this is a tiny little pico cap stock with a market cap of only $5.152 million at 19.5 cents Canadian as of recording today. They do have a U.S. ticker on the pink sheets, TTLTF. What does Total Telecom do? 85% of the Earth's landmass is not covered by cellular signals, so Total Telecom specializes in the development of innovative wireless communications that provide low-cost, high-tech monitoring, tracking, and remote control solutions for commercial, industrial, and consumer applications. WaterTrax is an advanced satellite telemetry device specifically designed for water management and environmental monitoring. SAT-TV is a satellite-based telematics system for the recreational vehicle marketplace. Extend your peace of mind beyond cell coverage and paved roads. Racing Track X is an advanced racing management system utilizing satellite technology to enhance safety, monitoring, and tracking for remote racing events. And finally, Text Anywhere is a satellite-based text message and email communication service from any device, low-cost, true two-way messaging system with global coverage, providing global connectivity, send and receive text messages and emails anywhere on the planet. So really, this is a business model we've seen before. You sell the hardware. This is the yearly hardware sales. And then based on the hardware sales, you see that recurring SaaS revenue start to come in year after year after year. And you can see that Total Telecom did a great job up to about a peak here in hardware sales of over 1.2 million at the start of 2023. That has come down a little bit in 2024. However, when you look at their hardware sales data and basically showing that it has been going up over the years, maybe it just got investors a little bit too excited too soon with this large spike up that wasn't maintainable. We also saw that large spike up in share price in 2023 where Total Telecom went to over 50 cents. Now that share price has dropped, I would suggest more than even hardware sales has dropped because those are still going up. I wonder if I am not smelling some opportunity here. It is time to take another look at Total Telecom. Now, don't forget, because I'm going to be looking at the numbers, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. This is not a solicitation to buy, sell, or hold Total Telecom Inc. shares. This is just an introduction to a good company for you to continue to do some research on it and decide for yourself whether you want to become a shareholder. And because we are looking at their numbers, this is their forward-looking statements disclaimer for you to read. They recently released their Q3 9 months earnings for 2025. We're going to take a look at those. Right now, I'm looking at a company that has higher assets, growing assets, lowering their liabilities, a little bit higher cash production here with a net cash inflow significantly up from last year, and a little bit of revenue growth. They did just report a solid quarter here in Q3 with $660,000 of revenue. That is the highest it's been since the end of 2023 when they had that large spike in hardware sales that I was showing you. They continue stacking the cash in 2025. They have $3 million of cash and short-term deposits. Let me say that again. This is a $5 million market cap company right now as I record this video. They have $3 million of cash. They made $414,000 of positive cash flow from operations. And after, putting money into new product development, lease liability payments, they produced a positive cash flow of $211,000 year to date in 9 months. Management believes it has the resources necessary to complete the full commercial deployment of its new product initiatives. So this is one of the few $5 million market cap companies, tiny pico cap stock here, that isn't going to need share dilution, equity to grow their products. They have $3 million. They're a $5 million market cap company. They have their 26 million shares. Insiders own 28% of that. They don't want share dilution. And when I say no dilution, I really mean no dilution. 26,423,015 common shares issued as of May 26, 2025. No shares were issued during the third quarter. There are presently 1.165 million stock options outstanding. No stock options were issued during the third quarter. So they are not really handing out shares right now. So growing revenue, lots of cash, earnings per share on a $5 million market cap company, that's a lot of potential rewards. If this company finds success with one of their products, it can go much higher. What is the risk? Well, right now the company says it is tariffs from the United States. As the company does have a significant amount of business with customers in the United States, it will be impacted by tariffs being threatened. Hasn't really been imposed yet, but being threatened to be imposed on all goods imported into the United States. I would suggest if you want to become a shareholder of Total Telecom, I would email the CEO and ask some questions about this. Are there tariffs yet, or are their products CUSMA exempt? But beyond that risk, this really gets into where I think this company is going in the future. Total Telecom has been selling non-core intellectual property. This was recent, April 28, 2025. They sold intellectual property of 2 proprietary heater controllers. So anything they don't need, they are selling. Potentially, yes, the company is simplifying a little bit by selling off non-core assets and building up their cash reserves in case Donald Trump imposes massive tariffs that are going to impact the company and potentially cause them some challenges for an unknown period of time. That is a potential. But the other potential here is the company is getting ready for a buyout and looking to get acquired. So this is Atrium Research List, Finding the Next Takeout in Canadian Small Caps, Part 4. I absolutely love the work that these fine gentlemen do on this takeout list. One of the things I noticed is that Total Telecom is not on that list. However, in saying that, the smallest company they have on the takeout list is Cressida Therapeutics at $11 million market cap. So maybe Total Telecom and their $5 million market cap was just too small to get noticed by Atrium, but I would suggest that Total Telecom Inc. should be on this takeout list. I think they could potentially be getting ready to get acquired by a larger company. So maybe you want to become a shareholder of Total Telecom because they are getting some revenue growth, they are getting some cash flow growth, right? Things are looking good. They have $3 million and they're only a $5 million market cap stock, and people are willing to buy this company. Maybe it's getting noticed again. And if that's not enough potential reward for you in Total Telecom, they could also potentially get bought out by a larger company for probably a pretty good premium, considering they have $3 million of cash and they're cash flow positive. That's a pretty attractive company to buy that usually commands a pretty good price. That's it. That's my introduction to Total Telecom Inc. What do you think of this tiny little Pico Cap stock? And don't forget to continue researching Total Telecom and other fantastic little companies just like it. Check out commonsenseinvesting.ca. It will show you my Patreon Discord, my Substack, my YouTube channel, all the different ways that you can interact with Common Sense Investing. I really appreciate your time. Thank you very much. We'll see you again soon.